Hey everyone, it's a little windy here this morning. Do your days just seem to run away with you? You know, we're all so busy these days. We're all like busy doing things, and we're busy with the kids, and we're busy with work, and we're busy with our to-do lists and our schedules, and there's just so much going on. And I've recently been helped to see that busy doesn't actually mean productive. So what I've started doing is really taking the time to journal about a day, to actually see the goodness and the richness that has been in my day. Because we can get so busy that we just think, oh, I did a lot of stuff today, but you don't actually know where God showed up. You don't know what he thinks about the things that happened during the day. And then worst of all, that's been happening to me, that I'm going to fix now, I'm going to remedy now, is actually not sitting and concentrating with him about going into the day on purpose. And going, okay, Lord, in this appointment, where are we going to be? I do it, but I want to do it more. I want to be more intentional. Like, God, what do you think of this interaction we're going to have? What do you think? What are you planning for this meeting? What do we get to do, right? And we get to actually not only plan the day with God, but then be able to look back at the end of the day and go, wow, look at what happened there. Look at what I learned. Look at how I grew in character, or the lie you replaced with the truth for me. And it gets into this place where we're in total awe of being able to do the day with God. And then we get so infected by that we want to do tomorrow with him. And so this is what I've started doing. And I've got a journal. And every time something happens in the day, I'm going to write down that little thing, even as a prompt, so that in my quiet time the next morning or before I go to bed at night, I can go through it and talk to God about it, have a conversation with God about my day. It's going to be so awesome. I'm looking forward to it so much, to being able to unpack not only what he has for the day, but what he's done during the day. And just this practice alone will help to increase our relationship with God, help to increase the way we hear him, how clearly we hear him, how we go into the day with hope and expectation. We'll see miracles increase in our lives. We'll see ways to be able to handle our day. My husband and I were making dinner together last night, and he said something, and I took offense immediately, and I just went into quiet. I'm not talking to you, I'm mad at you. And then a couple minutes later, like silent treatment's going to help anything, right? But a couple minutes later, something else happened, and I was like, no, I'm really mad. But I just took a moment and I stopped and I said, wow, do I really want to live this precious time when we're making dinner together? Do I want to live it mad at him? Or do I want to realize that this is just an event and I get to choose whether I'm going to take offense or not? And the offense is not from God. Right? Strife is not from God. In fact, the Bible's very clear. It says that wherever there is strife, there is every evil thing. And I thought, wow, I have the choice to agree with the devil or to agree with God right now. And so I just stood there and I went, Lord, I choose to agree with you. I'm not going to take offense. I'm going to realize that this is just the way he says things. He's actually trying to help me. And so I just calmed myself right down. I said, Lord, I'm agreeing with you. I'm asking for your help to make this a special time where we're making dinner together instead of a time when we argue, right? And it was the most beautiful thing because it all turned out beautifully. We had a lovely dinner together. We had a lovely time cooking together. And it was way better than if I'd stayed silent and we'd had a fight, right? So these are the beautiful things I'm looking forward to, is being able to have more of this awareness. Sorry, something's biting my leg. More of this awareness of each day and how I get to partner with God each day. So that these kind of things can happen, because then my relationship with my husband was so much better than if I'd chosen to take offense and pick a fight. My evening was better because I wasn't sitting stewing about the stuff that I thought he'd done wrong. Instead, I was just celebrating this beautiful time with him. So my whole evening pivoted and changed because I chose to believe God and I chose to agree with him rather than agree with the devil. So this is what we get the opportunity of doing. So I want to encourage you to even just start journaling about your day and just make little notes during the day, and then take time at the end of the day, specifically put a little bit of time aside to go, wow, Lord, what did we do today? Where did you show up? What did it look like? What happened? How did heaven bring a solution to a problem that didn't look like it had a solution before, right? And just go on this adventure with him of what that looks like. And then as you do that, get into the habit of then in the morning sitting with him and looking through your diary and going, wow, Lord, what do we get to do today? Where will you be? How will this appointment be different to the way it's ever been able to be before? What do I get to take off heaven that I get to take into this appointment with me and love on this person, help a situation, look at a thing a different way, bring a solution to something at work, react a different way to my children, be generous today in a way that I haven't been before. It's super cool. You get to be able to go into the day with intentionality, wrap up the day with intentionality, and see God's fingerprints all over your day. So I'd love to hear what this does for you. How has this worked for you before? Are you thinking it'll work for you now? What are you worried that won't work for you? Let's work on it together, because this is the beautiful thing about community. We get to learn from each other and grow together. So bless you guys. I'm excited for the adventure we all get to go on. Hold on. I'm excited for the adventure we all get to go on, where we're intentionally going into our day and wrapping up our day with God. Bless you guys. Looking forward to your comments, and I will see you tomorrow.